Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Hey, long time no see. Definitely long time no see. And yeah, the last time we caught up was like during Vlogmas on the 31st of December. So the whole of January I've just been MIA from YouTube. So hello guys, happy new year. I hope you guys have had like a really good start to the year. For me, I basically just spent January deep in work. I've been deep in work in my new job, which is basically what this video is going to be about, and also deep in work in my business. So I think where we left off last year, maybe I didn't even tell you this, but like around December last year, so I started job searching like really intentionally towards the end of November last year. And I think I even told a couple of friends. I remember I told my friend Nemo and Angie that I was job searching, but I didn't really share it much on social media or with other people. But yeah, I basically was intentionally job searching, and I think because I spent last year working on myself and figuring out what exactly I wanted to do with my life. I was able to really know what kind of jobs or what kind of industries I wanted to like apply to or wanted to work in, because I'm very much more sure of myself and who I am and what I want with my life and what I want to do with my life. So this video is basically going to be talking a bit about dream jobs. So I put up a poll, or rather a question tab on my Instagram stories. But if you're not following me on Instagram, you're really missing out, because I feel like the conversations we have on my IG stories are just like so juicy. But so basically last week I put up a question tab on my Instagram stories where I asked my followers to share with me what their dream job in university was and whether they're currently living some version of that dream. And the question tab was basically inspired by my new job. So guys, I got a new job last year. I feel like last year I was on a very like lonesome journey. I was on a solo journey. Like I needed to work on myself a lot, and at the same time like work on my craft when it comes to my fashion, when it comes to my writing, when it comes to like just my general working techniques. So I was now solopreneur journey, and I honestly, during the year, if you asked me this around this time last year, no, maybe around mid last year, whether I was gonna go back into employment, I'd have probably told you I don't think so. But the opportunity I got was just like the perfect opportunity for me, which is what we're going to be talking about in this video. So the video is going to be a get ready with me. I haven't done makeup in so long. I think I did makeup on my sister. Yeah, I did makeup on my sister's graduation party, her second graduation party, which we held earlier this month in the new house. But I didn't really I don't even think I took like photos, because I was just busy up and down the whole time trying to make sure that everything was up to standard. And I'm doing my braids soon. So this is how my braids are. You guys have seen them. But I'm doing my braids soon to do some really, some fun hairstyles for February. February is such an interesting month for me because number one, it's my birthday month. Number two, I'm going to be hosting two major events. So one is like a more intimate social event for my IG followers for Valentine's Day. I'll definitely share more details about that very soon. But the second event that I'm going to be hosting is a training session for work, where I'm going to be training other fashion entrepreneurs on this journey of fashion entrepreneurship, e-commerce, digital marketing, product development, and all of that. And we're targeting around 100 people, guys. I'm going to be public speaking in front of 100 fashionistas. Like, fashionistas are not the nicest people in the world, so I'm definitely nervous about that. And I'm really trying to like think of a hairstyle to go with like all of the many things I have lined up for this month of Feb. Like, there's so much going on, guys. There is so much going on. So yeah, before I change my hair, I wanted to at least, film like a full face of makeup just to remember this look, because I've really enjoyed these braids. I've really enjoyed these braids. But feel free to leave a comment in the comment section about suggestions of what hairstyle you think I should do next, what color of braids, or just what style I should do next. Please, guys, I'm really wondering. I also asked my IG followers and I got some good suggestions, but like, you guys are also going to be allowed to suggest. So yeah, let me just get right into the video. Actually, doing makeup and talking is so difficult. Wait. It's so difficult. And then, okay, there's so much going on here. But I think I definitely need to clean my brushes soon. Honestly, I can't really remember the last time I cleaned these brushes. Not that I use them a lot because I barely do my makeup. But new year, I feel like I should have clean brushes. Anyway, so to start off, I am using, I've put on the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray, just to like get my face and skin ready. And then I think I'm gonna go in with foundation, or maybe let me first do my eyebrows. Yeah, let me start with the eyebrows, then we can do but I've already went there. Okay, I'm gonna do foundation and then I'll do eyebrows, then I'll finish off with more foundation. I think that's better. So yeah, so for my foundation, I'm using this e.l.f. palette. I started using this last year and I just totally love it. It has like various shades, so I basically like mix them to get to my shade. So I mostly use these two, so this brown and this brown. Yeah, those are the ones I mostly use. So it's a foundation palette in the color Deep from e.l.f. So let's just get right into it. So actually, even before I start talking about like my career and my new job and all of that stuff, I really debated whether I should actually film this video and whether I should be so public about my work and my job. And I decided I'm gonna give it a month before I talk about it. And the month is over because I was basically on like a 1 month, probationary period. And I just know people are very, very, I don't know if the word is bitter, jealous, toxic, but like I've had some really bad experiences where I've shared a lot about my work and it has come to bite me in the ass. So let me also just start by sharing this story. But I also just figured like I'm gonna be standing in front of 100 people in less than 2 weeks time. In less than 2 weeks, a lot of people are gonna know what I do. So let me just like share it with you guys first, before like the real promotional work comes in. So yeah, basically back in 2021, you guys know, okay, I don't know if I've talked about this on YouTube, but yeah, probably I have. But you guys know that I went through a really terrible breakup, like a really terrible breakup. And part of that breakup with my ex was also like a breakup with other people in my life, like breakup with like people who I thought were my friends but were not really my friends. And that's when I think when I was going through that really traumatic period, that's when I discovered who my real friends were and who my real friends weren't. Because dude, it's really, I think some people in my life were keeping me in their lives because I was beneficial to them in some way or the other, and they were so happy to see me finally like suffering. They were so happy, literally, and they basically used that period to just try and even bring me down more. So one of the reasons that I broke up with my ex is because I found him cheating. Like I walked in on him cheating on me, and he was cheating on me with someone who I thought was like my really good friend. Like this is someone who like we're in Cape Town together. I think she was my first roommate, as in we used to share the same room in Matric. And I just felt like she was someone who I'd known for a really long time, and I thought we were friends. Even if, funny enough, other people have warned me about this chick. Like other people who had introduced her to, and now we moved back to Nairobi, warned me about her. But for me, because I was so loyal to her, I just kept like, I wouldn't like brush them off, but I was just like, maybe that's their experience, because I know people can have different experiences with different people. So for me, I thought maybe that's their experience with this chick, but this chick is really my friend, and I trust that she wouldn't do these shady things to me. So this is the same girl I found out. I found her in bed with my ex, and this was like, guys, this was like a really hectic time in my life. It was like I was going through the worst. Like, even for him to be cheating during that period, he could have chosen any other time to cheat, but the time that he chose to cheat was just the worst time, because I was going through some really, really traumatic stuff, which he had also caused. So he should really have not been out there cheating on me with someone who I thought was my good friend. So anyway, so I think when I caught this chick with this guy, she was, first of all, I reacted really badly. And I remember I was violent. I was definitely violent with him. And in the process of me being violent with him, she got caught in the mix because she was trying to stop me. And I was just like, why is this? Like, why was she trying to already I've caught her in bed with this dude. Why is she coming to now stop me from being violent with the dude? Not that I'm condoning violence. I worked with my shit, but like, she was basically caught in the crossfire, and she got, like, I think I like elbowed her, so she got hurt in the process by mistake, not on purpose, but because she knew what she had done, and she knew that I think she was just trying to like protect herself. She decided that she was going to go around and like come up with this story about how she came to tell me that my boyfriend was trying to kiss her. Not that I'd even done anything, that my boyfriend was trying to kiss her. And when she told me, I got so pissed off at her that I punched her in her face. Imagine, like, she literally went and told the whole world that. And I think she thought I was going to like blast her on social media or like do something really bad to like ruin her reputation. So to stop me from doing that, or I guess to counteract that, what she thought I was going to do, she decided to ruin my name first, so that her story gets out there first. And it's even funny because I didn't even go around. This is like the first time I'm talking about this story like this. Literally on a public platform like this. So I didn't even do that. Well, anyway. And apart from, so anyway, for me, I'm just like, it's okay. She could have gone and told. So she went and told her sister, who was at that time was my therapist, who also was very problematic. Worst therapy. Like, actually, when I was going for therapy last year, I had to like really work on like healing my trauma wounds from my last therapist, because she was just very terrible. Like, she really contributed to a lot of my trauma. And she was sisters with this chick. So anyway, so I think as part of like her rampage, of she told her sister blah blah blah, which is fine. Like, that's your sister, you can tell her, you can tell all of her friends that I punched in your face, even if I didn't. That's okay. But what the one thing this chick did, which I just found like was just like beating below the belt. Actually, no, there are two things. Is that first of all, she called my mom. She called my mom trying to bitch about me to my mother, saying that I hit her to my mom. First of all, my mom, no, dude, even if I killed her, my mom would always take my side. Like, I don't know why this chick thought that like my mom wouldn't take my side, or like my mom would side with her, like what my mom would do, because already by the time she was calling my mom knew the whole story. So I was sitting in the room with my mom, and my mom put her on loudspeaker, and I had this chick literally bitching about me to my mom, and my mom is just there like, shh, shh, like, let's listen. So I was like, okay, fine. She's also tried to ruin the relationship with my mom. I thought it was gonna end there. For her, she was not sure. I think what really upset her was the fact that I blocked her. I think she was so shocked when I blocked her on all of my socials that she was just like, oh my goodness, like, this is for real. So she was like, okay, what can I do? Let me ruin her name. So on top, so I think, yeah, she tried to with my mom, didn't work. So the next step, she went to my job. That time I was working for Picture, and a social media, I was working as a social media manager. So I was very much on their socials. Like, I was like a brand ambassador of the brand, you know. And around that time, I think my contract with them had just terminated. So even by the time she was approaching them with like lies about me, already Picture knew what the story, because I told them. And also my contract had already ended, but I think she was trying to get me fired, you know, like that was her main goal, like to ruin my life. So basically she went telling them that she's suing me, which is such bullshit. I don't even think she has a lawyer or money to be able to sue me, because if it was supposed to be suing each other, I would definitely win. If any of us were to go to court to sue each other, I would definitely win. But during that period, yeah, she basically told Picture that she wants to sue me because I was I physically assaulted her, which was such a big fat lie. It was such a big fat lie. But if anyone was supposed to actually sue me in all of that mess, it would have been my ex, because I actually, like, I was violent with him. I bet him up. I definitely bet him up. But like for her, I feel like I was so nice to her. The only thing I did was block her after that whole scenario. Like, I even dropped her home that day, dude. Anyway, so because of that, I've just been like very careful about sharing like a lot of my career stuff online, because I know there are very jealous people out there. So I actually wanted to give this month just like time so that I really show my bosses or like my employers my value add to the company. And now that I've shown them my value add to the company, and they've seen that they really need me, like I'm a very valuable asset, I think now I'm more able to share about what I do with the public, because I'm more confident that they won't just believe anything that they hear. And also, I had such good references. I had such good references from two of my mentors who just spoke so highly of me, and who are people in the industry, in both the fashion and media industry, who have just achieved so much. So already, like, I already got such good references from them, so I'm not too worried. And at the end of the day, I also want to promote the brand, the company I'm working for, you know. So yeah, basically that is the backstory. That is the backstory as to why I don't really like to talk about my career. But I guess in this instant, and with what I do, because I'm leading the Kenyan team, but I'm also like their representative in Kenya. I'm like the face of the brand in Kenya. I'm gonna have to be in the public eye like that about them. So yeah, that is why I'm here to talk to you about my new job. Yeah, because I really, really love this foundation. I really love it. I think I'm good. Okay, so now I'm gonna put on I think now I'm gonna work on my eyebrows, but I'm definitely gonna come back to touch up the foundation with like powder. With my NW50 MAC powder, I'm definitely gonna come and touch that up once I have done my whole face. But this is like a good base. Yeah, this is like a good base. So now let me move on to I love how like moist it is, like it's moisturized. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. I can't believe, really, it's like 6 something p.m. Oh, I can see the sun setting. The sky looks so nice. Anyway, it's so sad that I'm just going to put on this makeup, and then I'll have to remove it before I go to bed. Literally. I'll have to remove it. I'm not even like going for drinks or going anywhere. At least if I was going for drinks with some friends or going to meet up with someone. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm just putting on the makeup, filming, removing it. Okay, so maybe we can start with like what exactly I'm doing. So I think I've already mentioned that okay, I work in the fashion industry, guys. Like, I feel like, oh my goodness, I literally felt like so I've always wanted to work in the fashion industry, and not necessarily to work for a brand, because I already have my own brand. So not necessarily to work for like a fashion brand, but or like you know what I mean. Like, not, I wouldn't want to work for a fashion designer, but I'd want to work for in the fashion industry, where I'm working for some fashion ecosystem that is giving back to the industry, that is growing the industry, that is making a difference in the industry, that is building up other designers, that is just making a difference to the world of fashion. Like, that has been my dream job since university. So for me, that has been my dream job. But I think for me, I always felt like it was such an attainable goal, especially when I moved to Kenya. I feel like when I was in SA, it seemed more attainable because there are very many like bigger fashion brands or companies that I could have worked for. So, for example, I could have worked for various fashion weeks or various e-commerce stores, various fashion e-commerce stores, or a fashion concept store. I could have worked for like a boutique store, something like that. So in Cape Town, it was definitely more of like a goal that was attainable. But once I moved back to Kenya, I just realized like the industry here and what I would want to do, don't really think I'd be making a difference. And also earning well enough. Because I think for me, I got into a point in my career where, dude, I don't want a mediocre salary. Like, if you're going to tell me to do this amount of work, you better be able to like compensate me fairly for it. And a lot of Kenyan companies, as you guys know, just do not pay well. And I think Picture really spoiled me. It's not even like I was earning that much at Picture, because I was working as a social media manager, and dude, I was definitely earning way more than what social media managers in Kenya are earning, So already for me, when I came back to Kenya and I had to start job searching again, and I was getting told like prices, salaries, I was like, what? Like, it took me a whole year. It's like around this time last year, I was actually job searching. Like in January, I think I job searched a little bit until I just got tired, and I was like, nah, let me just actually focus on my craft and focus on me and focus on my business and focus on what I want to do, because I'm not going to get frustrated looking for a job in this industry, which is just, it seems like there are no jobs for me. So yeah, that's what happened. So basically, guys, I got a job working in the fashion industry. The company I work for is fashion e-commerce company, which I'm just like, dude, this is so perfect for me, because I remember when for those of you, a lot of you probably know that I studied computer science and information systems. So I did a double major in university, and those are the two main courses that I did, computer science and information systems. And I remember in both of the courses, I remember especially in IS and information systems, the module that I really, really enjoyed, actually one of the only modules that I really enjoyed in information systems, was e-commerce and website management. So I really, really enjoyed website design, website management, and e-commerce. Oh gosh, I even remember like we were put in teams to like build e-commerce stores, and I was just amazed, because this was like the first time, I think that was like in my third or fourth year, and it was the first time I had actually enjoyed a module. And I was like, what? Oh my goodness, if I was to ever combine what I'm doing with fashion, then I would definitely want to do e-commerce fashion. And that's why I remember like in 2018, when I launched my business, I built my own e-commerce sites for oh my gosh, I remember. This was when I was in the Truworth fashion incubation program. So during that year, once I launched my business, I also built an e-commerce website for myself. I think I had just completed my module like the previous year, my e-commerce module for school the previous year. And of course, I'd also done a lot of research. Already I knew how to handle the back end of like websites and just, maintaining a website and a blog and all of that. So yeah, it has literally been like a dream of mine. But I think when you're working in the fashion business, when you're starting a fashion business, a lot of the time, if you do not have funding, like I just feel like you're not going to really be making such a difference. And I just felt like that was what was happening with my business at the time. Like I wish I had gotten anyway. I wish I had gotten an opportunity to work for a bigger fashion company while I was slowly growing my brand, because that way I would have been able to learn from this bigger fashion company and also save up to invest in my business, which is currently what I'm doing right now. So I still have my baby. I'm still allowed to work for my baby, my Style Tech by Teshi. But at the same time, I'm also working for this company. And what I really love about this new job is that it's a startup, guys. I love working for startups. I love working for startups. Actually, all of the jobs I've worked for startups. Picture was a startup. My business is a startup. Even the toxic job which I talked about in December for Vlogmas was a startup. The writing company, it was a startup. So yeah, I think I just really enjoy the idea, the entrepreneurial spirit in me really enjoys the idea of building something from scratch. It really gives me such a thrill as opposed to working for an already established company. So already this job has just ticked so many boxes. It's a fashion company, it's an e-commerce company, and it's a startup. And I was like, yes, literally the God was on my side. The gods are definitely on my side. Oh, I just need to go and get my eyebrow pencil and we'll be back. It's here. So yeah, the company I work for is called Ananse Africa. And as I mentioned, what I do is I'm basically leading the Kenyan team, and I'm the main Kenyan representative. I'm like my role is field representative in Kenya. So it's a Pan-African company. Another tick. It's a Pan-African. I've always wanted to work for a Pan-African company. And I've always wanted to make a difference in the fashion ecosystem in Africa, and not just necessarily in Kenya or in South Africa, which is one of the reasons I actually invested to going to explore and just like experience the industry in Nigeria. So it's a Pan-African company. Oh my goodness. And the rest of my colleagues are based all over Africa, like all over Africa. I think we're from like, in total, maybe like 9 countries or like 6. Like we're many. Like it's just amazing. It's so amazing because I feel like I'm learning not just from like my peers in Kenya, but from other people in other industries, I mean, in other countries. And it's just so cool, guys. It's so cool. So yeah, that is basically what I do. A lot of my job currently involves community building up their database of Kenyan designers, because the main goal of the company is to get high quality entrepreneurs to sell onto their site, to sell on their site. And the special thing about this, about Ananse, about us, is that we're targeting like a global market, and we have like really good strategic partners like DHL, who have offered us like some crazy discounted rates for our merchants. So I think right now, actually, the merchants on the store are able to ship worldwide for free using DHL. But it's only like an offer that's gonna happen for like a couple of months. But even without the offer, the delivery prices for merchants is something like 70% discounted of normal DHL rates. So of course, for like companies that are local and have not managed to, maybe get these strategic partnerships, or who are struggling with shipping worldwide, or who have a market outside who have an international market but are struggling to get their products to them, then Anansi is the place for them to be. So my job involves a lot of community building and identifying various designers who could potentially sell on their site. But on top of that, it also involves a lot of training of designers, which is something I'm very passionate about, because I'm someone who definitely believes in like consistent learning. I think consistent learning is just very important for like one's growth. But at the same time, I also really want to uplift other people. Like for me, I love putting people on. Like I just really love improving the lives of fellow women, fellow people who I feel like are not getting the recognition they deserve. Like I love to help such people. So a lot of my job is also going to involve like training and like guiding people or designers on how to just improve their businesses. So yeah, we're hosting our first training session next month on the 16th of February. I'm going to leave a link for you to register to attend the training. It's going to be an in-person training. It's going to be a full day training. It's going to be a free training. We are going to cover the cost as an answer, which is quite expensive. And you basically just have a chance to learn how to improve your digital marketing skills, your e-commerce skills, your product development skills, and you'll be able to network with a bunch of like 100 other fashion entrepreneurs, which I think is just so cool. So that's what I'm really preparing for right now, and it's going to be like a monthly training. So for the next few months, I'm going to be public speaking. in front of very many people. But my job also involves a lot of like identifying photographers to work with, fashion influencers to work with, organizing photo shoots, helping the designers like upload products onto the site, like a lot of all of that. I'm going to be like doing that. So that is basically my job. And I just feel like I've landed my dream job. I was sharing on social media the other day that like when I was job hunting in 2019 after I graduated, one of the companies that I interviewed for was Superbalist. So Superbalist is an e-commerce fashion marketplace in South Africa. I think it's the biggest fashion e-commerce marketplace in South Africa. And I remember when I got the call to go to their offices in the Cape Town CBD in Foreshore, I was like, what? Oh my God, it mean I could actually work for a company like Superbalist? And they actually really liked me. Like I definitely fumbled the bag at the end because they gave me a take home assignment which I was supposed to complete, and I just feel like I didn't believe in myself enough then, so I didn't put my all into making sure that I have completed the assignment properly. I didn't do much research. It was a difficult assignment, and actually my role would have been really interesting because I'd have been working on their website, and I'd have been working a lot on like how they're displaying their products and basically how their website looks, placement of products on the website, placement of things on the homepage, what to put here, like that would have been my job, which is a fun job, like. But I didn't get the job, and I think after that, like my dream, I think I kind of like put aside that dream for a while because I felt like it was like an unattainable dream, or just I think I just felt like I wasn't ready for it. But now I am, and now I'm literally living my dream, guys. I am living my dream, and I love that. Like so far, I really love the team I'm working with. Oh my goodness, my project manager is just so amazing. And I like that she doesn't micromanage me. I have so much responsibility, and she just gives me the freedom to like do me, without like consistently checking up on me, which is just, oh gosh, I don't do well in such situations. And yeah, I've really been killing it, guys. I've been killing it at my job. I've been doing such an amazing job, guys, and I love that for me. I really, really love that for me. Yeah. Anyway, let me finish my eyebrows. Then now I can start reading some of your responses about your dream jobs, because it was also so interesting to go through some of your responses and to see what kind of dream jobs you guys had in university and whether you're actually like living up to those, to whether you've managed to achieve those dreams. I don't want to put too much concealer. I just wanted to neaten out. I think I'm good. So let me blend, and then now we can move on to like eyeshadow while I read out some of your responses. I definitely need to clean my brushes soon. I think I'll do that. I was gonna say today, but I don't think I'm gonna do it today. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. Yeah, maybe I'll do it this weekend. It can be part of my Sunday self-care or Saturday. Oh, I'm also so happy, guys. So I think I didn't give you guys an update about the business acceleration program. So I think I told you guys in Vlogmas that I was in a business acceleration program. So it was being organized or sponsored by Fashionomics Africa, which, oh gosh, dude, it's just so funny because like I feel like so many of my stars are aligning at the same time. But when I was just starting out my career back in 2019, I worked on the Fashionomics Africa project when they were still like a baby, and I also helped them a lot with database building and community building. So this was their first like incubation and acceleration program. It was like the first grant program, and I was in their inaugural program, which was so helpful, guys. I feel like it came at the right time. Actually, the next one is opening up tomorrow, so I'm also going to leave the link in the description box for you guys to sign up because it was such an amazing program. Today was the award ceremony. 4 entrepreneurs won 20,000 US dollars each, guys. That's like more than 2 million Kenya shillings each, and for a small business, that's a lot of money. Like you can do a lot with that money, so I basically managed to get into the top 25. So I think where we left off, I was doing my final exams. So we're around 100 and something in the training sessions that we're doing over the past, like October, November, December, we're around 100 and something who are attending the online training sessions. And then from those 100 and something, we had an exam. And then from the exam, they picked 25 people from that exam who scored really highly and who also had a high attendance rate. So I was picked as one of the 25 guys. I got into the top 25 fashion entrepreneurs in Africa for the Business Accelerator program, which is more advanced than the incubation program. So I was in the more advanced program as the top 25 entrepreneurs in Africa, which was just so mind-blowing. I didn't even expect to reach that far, but I got there. So the 25 of us went through pitch training, which was really good. And then we pitched our businesses. So from the 25 of us, they narrowed down to 12 people. And then from 12 people, they picked 2 winners. So I didn't get to the top 12 and I also didn't win. But they announced the winners today. It was such an emotional awards ceremony. Like, I was so happy for them. Like, it was so emotional. Like, I teared up. There was this one Tanzanian girl who won. And I was just like, from the incubation program, not from the accelerator. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, wow, I was so happy for her. But anyway, so that's how my business accelerator thing went. But it was definitely a good experience. Like, even if I didn't get to win the grant, dude, I really needed it. And it came at the right time. So yeah, let me look at the first response. So here's the post. What was your dream job in uni, and are you currently living some version of that dream? So I'm gonna go through the responses. So the first response, June K says that she's always wanted to do development work. I'm doing more than what I dreamt of. Oh, that's amazing. So development work, I guess, is like, I don't know, social impact work, or like working for NGOs and stuff like that. That's amazing. I have a friend also who wants to do something like that. That's cool. That's really cool. So she's living her dream, basically. You go, girl. You go, girl. Love that for you. Literally love it for her. So let me actually also see in the meantime what eyeshadow I'm gonna put. I'm using the Bella Pierre Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I'm using the disco palette. There are 35 colors in this palette. I love this palette so much. So much. So that's how it looks. What am I feeling like? What's gonna go with this? Braids. What is gonna go with my braids? So some earthly tones, maybe orange and yellow. I think we can do orange and yellow, or orange and gold. I'm seeing orange and gold. Maybe I can do orange and gold. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Let me get a brush before I show you. So I'm gonna use maybe this color, and this color, or maybe all of these 4. I use like a variation of these 4 colors. Yeah, I'll do gold in the middle and then go to yellow, then orange on the outskirts. So yeah, Cincy says her dream job in university was to eventually work for one of the big tech firms, especially Google or Amazon. Interesting. Honestly, that's interesting. One of the big tech firms, especially Google or Amazon. I guess this is a common dream for a lot of people, mostly because like big tech firms pay a lot. Yeah. And actually, I have a friend who works at Google. One of my really, really good friends works at Google. And Joe, they've definitely benefited from like that high salary. Like when he told me like how much he earns per month, I was like, what? You mean like someone who's like, he's young, like you're 30, 31, and that's how much you're earning? Like you're earning almost equivalent to like very senior people. Like anything else is like wow. But anyway, he basically earns millions of Kenya shillings in a month. Um, yeah. So I guess I understand this dream. But for me, I know. Honestly, I don't think want to work for a big tech firm, mostly because I told you guys my love to work for startups. Like I feel like companies that are already established already have like so many set rules in place of how things should work. And me like no, dude. Like I'm a free spirit. I need to be able to have like free reign of like how I work, you know. But I definitely get this goal. I really hope you achieve it, Sinchi. I really wish you the best. I hope you achieve this goal. And what I would maybe advise you for this goal, like I know for a lot of companies, especially like for Google, when they are listing like new job opportunities, they list them internally to the internal team. Um, or even if they list them on public platforms, they first ask the internal team to recommend someone. So me, I would just tell you to first of all look for someone who works at Google or look for someone who works at Amazon or who look for someone who works for a big tech company. Become friends with them so that they will let you know when there are new job opportunities and they can recommend you because that's the easiest way to get into some of these big tech firms. Honestly, it's the easiest way. Otherwise, if you're just chancing from social media or from like LinkedIn, oh my God, oh gosh, it's gonna be so difficult. So do that. Network, make friends, and get them to recommend you. So, yeah, moving on. Um, Nsofwa, I'm not so sure how to say her name, but Nsofwa Kangwa says her dream job was to be an engineer in university. That was her dream job. Her dream job was to be an engineer, and she's currently an engineer, and it's more fun than she's ever dreamed. Wow, I have so many questions. My dad is an engineer, by the way. He studied mechanical, and now he practices electrical and mechanical. So he works in like providing energy saving solutions to like big corporations, and he owns his own company. So he works as a consultant. But I just have so many questions about like engineers because honestly, like what first of all, what engineering? Like what kind of engineering are you? What kind of engineer are you? Because some of the horror stories I hear from some engineers, dude, it's not easy. But like I'm really happy for you that you're actually living your dream. Congratulations and so far, Kangwa. It's not many people who can say that they're actually like living their dream and enjoying like their work. So that's a huge win for you. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Even if I really don't understand it, I really don't understand that choice to work in engineering. But like it's amazing that you're doing what you love and you enjoy it. I feel like the nini, I feel like I should have put concealer on my eyelids so that the color pops out more. Because I feel like now the color is not popping out as much as I would have wanted it to, which is okay. It's fine, but like, I wish I'd done that. Let me add some of the. Yeah, it's not coming out the way I'd have wanted it to come out. I feel like this video has been long, you guys. I've been gisting. Anyway, let me move on to the next response. So the next person, Charlene. So Charlene says, I wanted to be the best HR practitioner. Interesting. That's my mom's industry, human resource management. Oh, okay. For her, she's a human resource consultant, but yeah, human resource. So so Charlene wanted to be the best HR practitioner. She went for an interview and she didn't get one fucking question. She later accepted it, and I'm really hoping to get her job soon. because I'm losing my mind staying at home. Oh no, I'm so sorry, babe. For me, what I would say, what I would advise you to is to don't give up. Like, oh my God, especially getting the first job. Getting the first job is always the hardest. Like, once you get the first job and you gain some work experience, then it becomes easier to get other jobs. And also, don't limit yourself to only like one industry when you're applying for your first job. So like, try and think of other like skills or like some of your other strong points, and also apply in those industries. So you want to be a HR practitioner. Maybe you're good with people, maybe you're good in communication. So like, try and think of other things or other like jobs that you can apply to that can help you get to like that final destination of your dream job. And don't lose hope. Like, let me tell you, if you stick to it and you work on your goal and you work on your dream, it's gonna come through. Manifest. Me, I manifested this dream job of mine when I was in university, and it's only manifesting now. But I think it came at the right time, because I had to go through all of the other jobs I did and all of the other experiences I had to get to where I am and to gain the knowledge and expertise to be able to do what I'm currently doing. Like, if you were to tell me that I was gonna work for a Nancy like 3 years ago, I don't think I would have been ready for the job then, you know. But now I'm ready for the job. So I think it's just time, patience, but also at the same time, look for other things that you can do in the meantime, so that you're not also just like losing hope, sitting at home. Yeah. And all the best, Charlene. I really wish you the best in your journey. Okay. The issue is starting to come through, Kidogo. So the next one is interesting. Mr. Chris says that his dream job in university was to be a software developer, but what is life? Here I am teaching animation and more. And you know what? I actually love that for him. I love that, because it seems like he's a creative. So probably I feel like a lot of us, when we were in uni, some of our dreams, for me, I was very sure about what I wanted to do, because I was studying something that I really didn't enjoy, so which made me really focus on what I want to do and what my interests are. So I was able to really figure out what I want to do with my life very early on. But for some people, this finding out what your dream job is can be difficult. Maybe because maybe you could be living your parents' dream. So maybe you're studying something that they wanted you to study, or maybe you're studying something that society like really hails or really like claps for, which is like being a software developer. Dude, I'm a software developer by training. Like, I was trained to be a software developer. Look at me now working in fashion. Look at me now. So I think maybe that was your goal then, and maybe like along the way you realized that's not what you wanted to do. So I'm actually really proud of you for being able to pivot to a whole totally different career. Like, now you're teaching animation. Like, how different is that from like software development? But like, yeah, I hope you're happy, because he's not mentioned whether he's currently happy in his role, but I'm going to assume that you are, because by the time you're switching from being a software developer to being a teacher of animation, dude, that's not a decision you just make lightly like that. You have to be passionate about it. You definitely have to be passionate about it to do something like that. Because as all of us know, like, dude, working in the creative industry and working as a teacher in very many industries, like, the pay might not necessarily be that good, but if you're getting satisfaction from your job, then it makes up a lot for like the rest. So you go, Chris. I'm happy for you. Oh, I'm liking this. I think I'm liking how it's coming out. I think I'm definitely liking how it's coming out. Let me also put some yellow here. Ooh, guys. Vibes on vibes. So the last response which I got is from Sally Chimtai. So Sally Chimtai says she's always wanted to work for Oxfam at whichever capacity. Oxfam. Missy G Oxfam. Maybe let me Google. What is Oxfam? I'm the only Mushamba who doesn't know what Oxfam is. Oh, it's a charity. It's a development. It's like an NGO, I think. Yeah, it's an NGO. Interesting. Oh, then girl, like keep pursuing that goal. Definitely keep pursuing that goal. What do they do? I'm just saying they do a lot of development programs, long-term development programs, humanitarian assistance, peace and conflict resolution programs. It was started in 1963. Wow. It's a group of independent non-governmental organizations. Wow. Okay. I think you can definitely achieve this goal. All the best. Keep applying. And also me as I would say, networks. If you get the right networks, you can easily get a lot of these jobs, because a lot of these jobs are given on a recommendation basis. So find people who work at Oxfam and show them why you deserve to also work there, and ask them to recommend you, because that's the best way to get like into some of these industries which are really hard to penetrate. So yeah, guys, I feel like that is it. This video is already so long, so I'm going to finish my makeup and then I'm gonna come and do the whole grand reveal while I close off the video. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Oh my gosh, I really love it. I love it. Actually, I've not done one thing which I was gonna do, which I feel like I can do, because I feel like my face is looking a bit oily. I want to set the foundation. So let me just do that on camera. So I'm using the MAC NW50 Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation for this, to do this. I just love how it brings the whole look together. So I usually mostly focus under my eyes, because that's where, like for me, I feel like it gets like quite like oily. Around my nose, and then on my forehead. I just feel like it brings the whole look, and a bit on my cheeks. And it's a look. I think the look has come together, guys. Just keep everything where it should be kept. Yeah, much better. Now I'm not feeling like I look too oily. So yeah, I didn't put I didn't put lashes. I was gonna put lashes, but I just thought about the admin of taking them off, and I'm not even having the makeup on for long, and I was like, nah. But then I want to show you the mascara that I used. Maybelline Lash Sensational Intense Black Lash Multiplying Mascara. This is how it looks. And then for my eyeliner, I love this eyeliner so much. I used the liquid eyeliner from Sephora. It's a waterproof liquid eyeliner from Sephora. Love it so much. And then for my lipstick, I used the Maybelline, two Maybelline products. Wow, Maybelline, you're doing well. But I used the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink Red Lippy. This lipstick, if I don't like scrub it off, it's gonna stay until tomorrow, by the way. So that's the one I used. And voila, it's a finished look. I remember Kitambo people used to like pose. The influencers would now pose and then they'd cue in a song like. that. But anyway, guys, this is the look. At least I can finally take a few photos before I undo this braids, which I'm really, really, really gonna miss. They were such a vibe. They were such a vibe. I'm gonna miss them. But anyway, on to new beginnings. So happy new month, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to comment down in the comment section what your dream job in university was and whether you are currently living that dream. And I guess I will see you in my next video. Let me know what other videos you also want to see from me, because I'm a bit, after I did my vlogmas, I took a break and I'm trying to wonder what kind of content to come up here with, you know. So let me know, and I guess I will see you in my next video. Bye.